with Charles Mason. But tonight has to find a way to refocus against Joey Janela and Megan Bayne. The Megasis and the Bad Boy, collectively known as Janelasis, came within a fingertip of capturing the GCW World Tag Team titles back at Dream On, and tonight with matching headgear, heading into battle with the rich and the powerful. Joey looks great with the headgear. Now we need to get Megan Bayne some of the signature sunglasses, the Pit Vipers, I believe.
And introducing their opponents, team number 2, the Megasis, Megan Bayne, Bad Boy, Joey Janela. They are Janelasis.
Janela and Bayne, 24 hours removed from big wins over Rob Schitt and Dulce Tormenta in Arizona, respectively, looking to parlay that into tag team competition. It is an unlikely pairing, but it's one that's found much success here in Game Changer Wrestling, hoping for more success than Holiday Perro's last opponents here in Los Angeles had in terms of My Chemical Romance, Brooke Havoc and Dark Sheik. Referee Dan Perch set to officiate, and MLJ, you were in the ring. He's grabbing the mic from you. Richard Holiday, clearly not all there, clearly not as focused on this matchup as he needs to be.
No, he's coming out here looking scared as hell, man. Watching his back. He's coming out with a security detail or something.
And who can blame him? Again, Richard Holiday thought that he was playing chess, right? Thought that he had Charles Mason neutralized, thought that he had him locked up, thought that he was never going to see him. So he's spent the rest of his life rotting away in a jail cell. And a few weeks ago, back in Brooklyn, Mason shocking the world, smashing back on the scene, somehow escaping the penitentiary. And something tells me it's not the last we've seen of the root of all evil.
I don't think so. I mean, I really don't know what to make of this situation. I've had my history with Charles Mason. I've had my history with Barrow and Richard Holiday. They all used to treat me terribly, but Holiday and Barrow are snitches, and I don't like those. And, you know what? I'm just going to try to stay on Charles Mason's good side from now on.
Janela makes the tag to Bayne off the ropes. Big shoulder block attempted. Bayne with a little more luck, staggering the big man. And now, one by one after the other, Megan Bayne and Joey Janela finally taking the big man off his feet.
Not an easy task, but they were persistent and knocked him down.
And one has to wonder, Emma, we still don't know exactly what led Perro to turn his back on Charles Mason. Before Richard Holiday was ever here in Game Changer Wrestling, it was a reign of terror between Mason and Perro that started this all, and seemingly some cracks in that partnership.
Well, you saw the way Charles Mason used to treat Perro. Wasn't necessarily the nicest guy to him.
No, Perro perhaps had enough.
Charles Mason, he's a sadistic man. But again, I'm going to try to stay on his good side, so, yeah.
Catching Bayne in midair with a fall-away slam. Bayne, no small woman.
You can tell that I'm conflicted about this situation.
I can't blame you. Who would ever think that there was a world where Mason was even potentially in the right? Makes the tag to Richard Holiday. Isolating Megan Bayne in the corner. And this is smart strategy. Keep her away from Joey Janela. Frequent tags in and out from Holiday and Perro. Despite how paranoid the so-called snitch Richard Holiday might be, working very, very effectively here against Perro.
That was very PC of you saying so-called. I mean,
listen, you don't want to get on
Charles. I've seen the evidence.
Sure, but you don't want to get on Charles Mason's bad side. I don't want to get on Richard Holiday's bad side. Goozle Bayne, he's a big man, but she's a big woman. Goozle back and forth, jockeying for position. A very unique test of strength here, MLJ.
Oh, but Richard Holiday got the upper hand
Went for the choke slam, but Megan Bayne lands on her feet, and now...
She gonna land her own.
Yes, she is! The Megasis makes it look too easy into the cover. And a kick out.
And now making the exchange with Joey Janela. There it is.
You hear the crowd on the side of Janelasis here. Now isolating Richard Holliday here. If you're Richard Holliday,
Don't do that to me.
but if you are, let's just speak hypothetically, right?
No.
You saw his desperate pleas with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. In what world, with a psycho like Charles Mason going after you, are you ever able to refocus for any opportunity, even if it's as big as tag team competition, against a former world champion like Joey Janela, against one of the best in the world today in Megan Bayne?
He should have thought this whole idea out a little bit more, should Richard Holliday, because he's finding himself in a lot of hot water right now.
Thought this through. Page Joey Janela here on the apron with big shots from Bad Boy. Scale on the top. And Pero crotching Janela on the top rope. Referee Perch none the wiser. Rich and the Powerful, say what you will about them, MLJ, but they have been established as a unit much, much longer here in Game Changer Wrestling, and even more than that. As we've seen a couple times tonight, they are not afraid to take low roads that Janela and Bayne just won't opt for.
Yeah, but I don't think, they might have been around as a unit a little longer than Janelasis, but I think their relationship, I'm talking about Janelasis, their relationship is much deeper than Richard Holliday and Paro. I think either one of these two guys, Paro or Richard Holliday, would sell each other up the river if they were safe from Charles Mason.
Joey Janela looking far from safe here. Center of the ring at the hands of the big man, Pero, really drawing the ire of the Megasis. Insult to injury with a big splash. And a kick out from Janela. Again, choking cover there, but Janela bridging up.
That wouldn't be that's not a legal pinfall, I don't think.
Certainly not. Referee Perch not going to stand for that. But will stand for this, tagging in Richard Holliday.
There out of the corner. And, ooh, there we go. Variation of a top wrist lock, but applied from behind instead of face to face. Put a little bit different, twist on that hold.
Quite literally twisting the arm, and Janela very, very wise to escape. Emma, what would it mean for Richard Holliday to defeat a staple of Game Changer Wrestling, and technically a former world champion, if only for a few moments, in the Bad Boy Joey Janela?
I mean, it would be a feather in his cap, but I don't even know if Richard Holliday is a mental, if he's got enough mental clarity at this point to even realize what it would do for him. He's too worried about Charles Mason, I think.
Janela reversing the momentum off the sleeper, shoulders down, and a kick out from Holliday. I think you're right, Emma. At this moment, all Richard Holliday cares about is getting out of the UCC, getting out of a place that he was advertised as being, where Charles Mason can find him as quickly as possible. Both men down. Janela and Holliday alike both need to make a tag here, Emma.
They certainly do. I mean, Holliday close to his corner. I think he's closer to his corner than Janela is to his.
Richard Holliday makes the tag to Pero. Janela makes the tag to Bayne, and here we have ourselves a Haas fight. Big splash from Bayne to Holliday. Big splash from Bayne to Pero.
Look at this overhead belly to belly.
From behind, Pero caught by Bayne. Flurry of forearm strikes. And a big chop. It was a singles match between Pero and Megan Bayne back at You Wouldn't Understand in Brooklyn. Decapitation! That was where Charles Mason made his shocking return. Lights out, entering in place of Megan Bayne. Now Bayne trying to solve those tensions with a fireman's carry, but Pero just too big.
Megan Bayne, she's persistent.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Samoan drop from the Megasis. And the UCC on fire.
What's this going to be here? Oh, Megasis bomb.
Power bombing, Megasis bombing, I should say. Holliday into his partner, and now a splash. But still not enough. Emma, what one has to think if Megasis had covered just Perro, certainly if she had covered just Holiday, she could have eked out a victory, but
I think so.
both men too much.
Hey, sometimes you just got to go with what's presented to you at the time and wish for the best.
Beggars can't be choosers, eh?
And I know that firsthand.
Cheap tactics from Perro. Back on top of Megan Bayne. Fireman's carry of his own now. But Janela's seen enough. The bad boy with bad intentions for Perro as Megan takes the fight to Holiday.
Right hands for Perro, right hands for Holiday. Janela's just doing the thing right now.
Joey Janela all sorts of fired up. It has not been his year. Capturing the GCW World Championship, only to lose it in moments to Mance Warner, falling in that Art of War Games match. Janela definitely with a chip on his shoulder heading into 2025, but this would not be a good end to 2024, the way it's looking for Holiday and Perro here.
Big body slam there from Perro. Meanwhile, in the corner, Holiday putting them shoulders right in the midsection of Megan Bayne.
How about Perro scaling to the top?
He doesn't do this often, and you can see why.
Double underhook from Megan Bayne lands the mark, and perhaps this is why. Joey Janela catching in Perro a little too slow on the jump.
Sure is.
And now Janela's is thinking double superplex.
And down goes the big man.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Megan Bayne looking to right the wrongs of Brooklyn. Kimmer! Ow, broken up by that stitch. That so-called snitch, Richard
Ain't
Holiday.
no so-called about it. You had it right the first time. This man was talking to the Alphabet Boys.
Huh?
The Alphabet Boys.
I don't follow.
FBI, CIA,
there it is.
NSA, DEA, all that. I almost said DTF. That's a different thing. Anyway,
Well, he's talking to no one right now. Might have gotten some teeth knocked out of him, courtesy of the Megasis. But Perro returning the favor. Janela off the ropes. Perro staggered. Janela folded inside out. My
Wow.
God.
and there's the biggest one, leaping Lariat out of the corner.
Decapitation. And Megan Bayne once again sets her sights to Perro. Both competitors down.
Fans loving what they're seeing here at the UCC.
If you're loving what you're seeing, use that hashtag GCW High. MLJ, I have to say, despite the implications with Charles Mason, fantastic tag team competition. Both of these teams really laying it all out here. Janela first back up to his feet. Rich and powerful, quick to follow.
And Janela sees Richard Holiday charging in, raises the foot, raises it again for Perro this time.
Janela off the second, scales to the top. Crossbody to Holiday.
Down goes Richard Holiday. But Janela better watch out for Perro. And that's why. Big kick to the face.
Now Perro lands the choke slam. Perro has to go for the cover. He's knocked loopy. Wants to do more damage to the bad boy. Charles Mason thinking 2008. Really relishing the moment, but something's distracting him here.
What the heck? Who is that?
That's someone in an orange jumpsuit. The very same type we saw Charles Mason wearing. Like you wouldn't understand in Brooklyn. That is Richard Holiday's security staff. Escorting this
Speaking of
man out
Richard
of the
Holiday,
building.
Richard Holiday, he's all the way at the front door. Who the hell is this guy?
He's hightailing it out of here. He's saying, Perro, you finish this. And I think Perro's going to be the one to get finished, courtesy of Janelasis. Spear.
Takes down Perro. Bayne and Janela on top. And they get the win. The winners of the match, Janela
You know, Emil, you talked a great deal about how Perro perhaps turned his back on Charles Mason because of the disrespect from the root of all evil. How little Charles Mason actually cared for his partner in crime, but we saw some of the very same from Richard Holiday.